Hello and welcome back to KDTechs. In this video, we are going to learn about the Kotlin Multiplatform, also known as KMP. Kotlin Multiplatform allows us to share code between Android, iOS, and other platforms using Kotlin. I will explain everything step by step in simple and practical way. So what do you need for the KMP or Kotlin Multiplatform project? So two things. Number one, the Xcode should be installed in your computer and the Android Studio. If you are using the MacBook, so you will be able to install the Xcode, but if you are using the Windows platform, then you are only able to install the Android Studio and you won't be able to run your iOS application in the simulator. So let's get started. So I will open my Android Studio. Okay, since we don't have the KMP plugin installed, so what we need to do is to go to the settings and go to our plugins, the marketplace, and here I will search for the KMP, Kotlin Multiplatform, and I will click install. We will wait for our KMP to install. After it's installed, I will just restart my IDE. So once you have installed in your KMP plugin, so what you need to do is to create a new project. Here you need to choose a Kotlin multi-platform app. Click Next. What you need to do here is to just to give your application a name. I will say my first KMP and click Next. So here you need to define what application do you need. I need the Android app, I need an iOS app, and I need the shared module. Yes, of course, I need it. And then we will be using a regular framework, or you can choose the Cocoa dependency manager, but let's choose the regular framework for now and leave everything as default and click Finish. Wait for your application to finish the Gradle. So meanwhile, since our application is building here, the Gradle is in progress. So I will quickly bring you through the IDE. If you are new to the Android Studio, so what do you have here is all the tasks you can perform, which has the Gradle, which has notification, and which has the device manager, where you can choose or add or delete devices, which is actually the emulators where you will run your Android application. And here the emulator will be running, the running devices will display over here. And up here, you will see the sync project, which actually, whenever you make some changes in your project, which is related to the Gradle or dependencies, so you need to sync your project over here. And here we have the debugger. When you put some breakpoints throughout your code, so you can actually attach the debugger over here, and you can debug the codes using this debugger. And here we have the build or assemble our project. So you can assemble projects before you are publishing or you want to see if there is an error. And here we have our configuration where when our Gradle is finished, so you will see the app here or you will see the iOS app here. So then you can run by clicking on this play button. So in this side, we have our project files where you see the Gradle idea, the Android app, and the iOS app, and the shared. So all our code we will be doing in the shared. In shared, okay. So we have the Android main and we have the iOS main, and here we have the common main. So whatever we write in the common main, that will be applied to the Android and iOS both. And if you want to do something natively, and that for that one, you will be using the specific folder. For the iOS, you will be using the iOS main. And for the Android, you will be using the Android main. So as you can see, our application is up and running, and I will bring you quickly again through the directory structure. As you can see, only the Android app because we are on the Android Studio. So if you want to run the iOS app, you have to run from the Xcode. I will also show you how to run from the Xcode, and let's go through our code first. First of all, let's go to our shared module, and in our shared module, we have a common main. And this common main, we have a file, the Kotlin file, which is called the greetings and the platform. So the platform will return us the name of the platform, on which platform we are. Currently, we are on the Android, so it will return the Android. And if we are on the iOS, it will return the iOS. So we have here a function which is called the greet, which return the strings. And here we are returning a hello platform name. The platform name is coming from our platform Kotlin file, which is actually if you are running on the Android, so it will return Android, or if you are iOS, it will return the iOS. And here in the Android file in the main activity, what we do is actually we are calling this greeting view, which is actually defined here as composable function, and which we pass the string, and then we showing the string as a text. Okay, so the composable greetings and greet. So this greetings.greet is coming from our greeting file. All right. So how you will run your application is actually here is like a two options. You have iOS app and you have the Android app. For the iOS app, what you need a simulator here. Let's open a simulator first. I will open the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And for the Android, I will be choosing some, maybe I choose like a Pixel 6 API 34. So only you can only choose this emulator if you have emulator installed here. If you don't have any emulator over here, you will click on this plus icon and create a virtual device. And here you will choose your preferred emulator, or for example, you want to choose you can choose a different one, maybe 16.6 Pro. And this one is already existed, I think. Okay, so yeah, you need to choose the system image. For us, we will choose the API ARM64 and this, and then once you click finish, it will install this ARM, and then your emulator will be in here. So once your emulator is here, you will be able to select from here. Since I have many emulators, so I don't want to install any other one. Okay, for this one, I will choose Pixel 6 API 34, and I will run our application. For the iOS, there are two ways to run. Since our Android is already running, so I will show you the iOS one also. So you open the Xcode. You can directly run from here since the Xcode is already installed. You can directly run from here, or you can directly run from the Xcode also. So okay, our Xcode is up and running. Let's open the existing project. Okay, now let's check where our project initially was. Our project was Android projects. Android projects. Here we have our first KMP, and first KMP we have the iOS app, and you will open this one, the iOS app Xcode project, and click open. So you can see in the content tree exactly the same thing. We have greets coming from our greetings.greet, and we are displaying the greet in the text view. All right, so let's choose our emulator here. I will choose the iPhone 15 Pro Max. All right, as you can see, our applications are running on the iOS, iPhone 15, and also on Android. And you can see the message, hello iOS 17.4, and here we have hello Android 34. Okay, so you can change our message from here, and we just pass. So instead of hello platform name, we say welcome welcome to KDTax, and we can run again our application. If you click on this bot, this will ask you stop and rerun. We will say, okay, stop and rerun. Also for the Android, we will do the same. So here we have the iOS build and the Android build both together. Okay, our both applications are up and running, and you can see our latest changes. Welcome to KDTax on the iOS, and the same way you can see the welcome to KDTax on the Android device. So this is how the KMP works, and for this video we will be stopping over here. And in the next video we will be building some Rail application using the KMP that can run on the iOS and Android both. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to not to miss any videos in future. And if you have any question or query, please don't hesitate to comment on this video. Thank you so much, and thanks for watching.